Alright, so we're here to go over the block strings for Android 21. They're pretty, they're not that simple. They require some pretty precise timings, but as with everything in life, you give a little bit of practice and you got it. Now, right now, the dummy set to 2H, very simple on counterattack. He's set to guard first only. So the main thing about 18's mix-ups, I'm not an 18 player, but I do know how her mix-ups operate. The best one you can do is to do 2H and cancel into the medium assist call from 17. We're just calling medium 17 from now on. But the goal is to cover this animation where she flips her hair back, and I'm calling it to cover that with a assist to make it safe. And also, her 18's main block string is not like other people's. For most other people in the game, you can do light, medium, heavy, into down heavy. Like that. That's not super reliable with her. As you probably already know, the hitbox on her 2H is kind of wonky. It's more vertical based instead of horizontal based. So, and for this block string, in particular, positioning of where 18 is when she calls in 17 is extremely important. So you don't want to do heavy into down heavy with 18. It just won't give you the best results and won't give you the most consistent results. And consistency is what we're looking for at this point in time. So instead, you just want to do light, down medium. So very important that you do down medium first, and then standing medium, and then down heavy after that. The reason you want to do standing medium over down medium, you can probably see it visually. Down medium, it doesn't put her forward all that much, while medium puts her forward. It will carry this forward momentum into her down heavy. So let's try it. Like that. Now, that's the first part. And then now we're going to work on that air dash. This is going to be the hardest part of the entire block string, is timing this air dash. If you want to slow it down, you want to slow down the video on the YouTube thing, you can. But the important thing is that I like to do it as soon as you see 17 do the last hit of his. It's very important to know what his attacks look like. But whenever he does that last hit, the overhead that looks like a 18's heavy, that's when you want to try to do the air dash. And the reason you want to do it at that point instead of doing it early like that is because you want 18 to be low to the ground. If you want to know how 50-50s work in Dragon Ball FighterZ, they usually use, especially the unreactable, unfuzzyable 50-50s, is by doing an air dash extremely low to the ground. If you do it up here, it's still kind of reactable. If you air dash like right here, like that high, that's extremely tough to react, especially with 17 blocking the way and then assist blocking the way. It just gets very hectic. So let's try the light, medium into down heavy, and cover down heavy with the assist, and then we'll call in 17, and then we'll go into the air dash. Just like that. Now, once you start to get that timing down where you can air dash as low as possible, now we can look at our options for what we can do. For starters, the most basic one you can do is medium. Air dash medium is a single overhead that can be converted into easy 18 damage. Like that. And then you can call in Zamasu assist or whatever it is that you want to do. Now, that's only one overhead, whatever. Very simple stuff. Now, what else you can do is light. So you get a double overhead instead of a single overhead, like this. Much like that. So if you only done the medium for like the entire match, they're like, okay, one overhead, then block low. Now they got block two overheads, and then they just get opened up for free for whatever 3 or 4K damage combo that you have in your back pocket, or go into a level 3 Oki, which we'll go over in another video. And then finally, the last one we got is a bit trickier to do, but you do the late air dash and you do a whiffed heavy attack. All right, so let me show you what it should look like. Like that. Not only does it kind of function as a safe jump, but also if they try to reflect, the reflect will actually whiff. And you can see with the down heavy will also whiff. And if they decide to vanish, that can give you enough time to 2H the vanish on reaction. And so what you can do with that, especially if it's a whiff 2H or a whiff reflect, that's just straight 2 and punish right there. Right. Much like that. Alright? So that's the basics of that. Or if you just completely condition them to not do anything, or let's say they are trying to mash out reflect. This is a slightly tougher timing to try to counter reflect, but let's try it anyway. Okay. Oh shit, I should have said advantage by mistake. There we go. But yes, you can see it also does in fact counter vanish. Like that. So like I said, that timing is very, very tight. It is possible. I've seen it happen. I've done it a few times, but it's extremely, extremely tight. But let's say you have them completely like shut down. You shut them down emotionally, so they don't want to press, but they don't want to do anything. So you go here into the mix, and then you can Dragon Rush. And if you can manage to delay a little bit, Dragon Rush, or you can go to empty low. Right there. Like I said, I actually did the timing perfectly the time. You can see the heavy whiff. Like I said, it is very, very tight. But a little bit of practice can remedy that. So you can either go into a Dragon Rush or just go into her standing low. So, and the assist timing will usually vary. As you can probably tell on the side for 18, I'm doing, it looks, so pretty much what I'm doing, you can probably hear it in my hitbox. I'm doing down heavy and then plinking 21 right after. So I'm not hitting them at the same time. Instead, I'm rolling my fingers. Like that. You can hear the 2 separate button hits. Now you can try to do it at the same time, but it's just personal preference really. Now the timing is slightly different for Zamasu. For Zamasu, it's easy when you do a raw 2H, but in a block string, it's a little bit harder to do. Okay, let's set the dummy back to down heavy. See, because Zamasu's assist is essentially a beam assist, and so it's going to push them very, very far. But that's the problem with using beam assist and block strings, especially if you're playing someone who has stubby normals both on the ground and in the air. Is that the beam assist will push them too far away. You can see that's the issue I'm having right now. So you can do some setups, but you won't be able to do all the setups. Much like that. But that's it for the 18 side of the block strings. You know, pretty much the rest of your team is just kind of really basic with their block strings, nothing too fancy. But just in case you didn't know, you could do that with 21. You can. You can do a nice little air Dragon Rush. And then if you're, I haven't practiced because I literally just found this out just now. But if you're fast enough, you can do that aerial Dragon Rush into her aerial level 3. Like that. I say it's a bit harder to do. You gotta do very precise timing, but it's possible. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this another supplementary video. And if you need any more help, you know, just let me know, let me or Justin know. But until then, I'm gonna catch you guys next time. Peace.